Yo, this shit OP.
It might be my time, but I don't really care about the fame. It might be my time, but I don't really care about the fame. I'm just trying to see if I can make it in the game. You can call me insane and say I'm on my brain, but I'ma do this shit anyway. It might be my time, but I don't really care about the fame. I'm just trying to see if I can make it in the game. You can call me insane and say I'm on my brain, but I'ma do this shit anyway. Look at me now, bitch, I'm shining so bright. Bright as a diamond, checking my flex. What are you buying? Hop on a jet, bitch, I'll be flying. Calling me Uzi, but this is no Myron. Hearing my roar just like I'm a lion. My time is now, they say I be climbing. Clashing so hard, I'm the clash of the titans. My time is now. Light up the gas and pass it around. Checking my feet, trying to see what's been going down. This my new sound, this my new town. If you fuck with it, let's go down. Go way down, deep downtown with my crowd. Cruising while smoking it loud. You talking shit, boy, that's a technical foul. I'm on the go and I'm on the prowl. Tell you what's gonna happen, now you be acting like you don't know me. Why you be lacking? You a fucking phony. Got a few bros, but I'm still lonely. Got no host, but I got a few trophies. But let me end it with this. This is a toast for all my homies that doing the most. Hopping from city to city, I swear we'll be hitting the road. This is the life, we ain't gonna fold. Hitting the top of the charts, I swear we be keeping it sold. Rip off the tops, I'm going in hot. This is that type of shit in with a pop. Whipping the city while dodging the cops. 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 It might be my time, but I don't really care about the fame. I'm just trying to see if I can make it in the game. You could call me insane and say I'm on my brain, but I'ma do this shit anyway. It might be my time, but I don't really care about the fame. I'm just trying to see if I can make it in the game. You could call me insane and say I'm on my brain, but I'ma do this shit anyway.
So look at me now, they're wondering how I'm screaming loud up to the clouds that I finally made it. No more worrying about my life and where I am going. Floating on oceans, smoking that potent, calling incredible. Smoking on cookies, it's medical. Smoking on cookies, it's medical. Taking that dab and eating that edible. Now hold up a minute and switch up the flow. Now look at me now, I never go slow. Walk in the club and I turn that bitch up and I never give up and I never act tough. I'm just doing my thing and I try and stay humble. Push me so hard I go away from the jungle. Now look at me now, I'm soaring through clouds. The spaceship is currently up off the ground, cruising the air and we ain't coming down. Don't ever intend to, it's not in my plan. Keep one finger up, always up to the man. The government's crazy, it did it again. All the division would think it'd be sicker than hell, but what can I do? Fuck it, oh well.
I'ma do this shit anyway. It might be my time, but I don't really care about the fame. I'm just trying to see if I can make it in the game. You can call me insane and say I'm on my brain, but I'ma do this shit anyway. Look at me now, bitch, I'm shining so bright. Bright as a diamond, checking my flex. What are you buying? Hop on a jet, bitch, I'll be flying. Calling me Uzi.
Liar, liar, hands on fire.
Damn, who knew? Everything looking like it's all brand new. This my life, got something to prove. This that shit that is overdue. You come for me, we gon' come for you. Shooting back bullets, boom, boom, boom. Damn, who knew? Everything looking like it's all brand new. This my life, got something to prove. This that shit that is overdue. You come for me, we gon' come for you. Shooting back bullets, boom, boom, boom.
Growing up, always feeling like a toy in the box, but I never give a fuck and always jump to the top. And like a nose, always running still, no one never stop. Always hoping that my job would never end in a mop. And so I'd sit, I pray, I did it every day. I never give a fuck what anybody had to say. Always smoking on some medical, I got up in the base, smoking ounce with a friend, getting hell fucking day. And the blunts go round and them joints get rolled up. We're all living young, we're trying to get fucked up. get a cup, put lean in it. Now we're all trying to walk, but we're leaning. Man, them houses in the hills are what I'm dreaming. I walk around the town with my team, man. Yeah, we're all getting plastic like cement. I'm swimming through you bitches pussy like semen.
Damn, who knew? Everything looking like it's all brand new. This my life, got something to prove. This that shit that is overdue. You gon' come for me, we gon' come for you. Shooting back bullets, boom, boom, boom. Damn, who knew? Everything looking like it's all brand new. This my life, got something to prove. This that shit that is overdue. You gon' come for me, we gon' come for you. Shooting back bullets, boom, boom, boom.
Like semen, don't you get it, bro? And I don't really give a fuck if that was yo ho. I'm on the low, I keep it low key. Now these motherfuckers wanna be just like me. I'm smoking good tree, I always keep it lit. When the blunt getting low, roll another zip and smoke another ounce straight to the face. We so fucking fast like we just fucking wanna race.
Long overdue, preaching like I'm holy. Stacking up the paper while I chill by my lonely. Hit the outlet, cop a new rollie. Smoking at the crib, they be calling me Stony. Rip my heart out, fall apart like Posty. In my own lane, I be coasting. You smell something burning? Yeah, that's me, cause I be token. Ay, popped a perky, that shit hurt me. In the streets, I'll be lurking. Watching my wrist, that shit flurry. Cook up the chicken while whipping the curry. No need to worry, you just gotta hurry. Pop up the trunk and let's get it buried. Gotta be clutch, looking like Steph, popping like Curry. Damn. Get up in the morning and I go to work. Bitch, don't lurk. Walk ashamed, do it down the curve. You ain't my first and you won't be my last. Think you's a catch, but you really a pass. These are the simple facts. I put myself up on the map while I got Whiskey Mike up on the track. Damn, who knew?
Wow, Sinatra.
This that type of shit gonna go boom when I walk straight right in the room. Welcome to my dungeon, awaken from my tomb. Shooting for the stars, hope I land on the moon. This that type of shit gonna go boom when I walk straight right in the room. Welcome to my dungeon, awaken from my tomb. Shooting for the stars, hope I land on the moon.
So I walk in the club, I'm already fucked up. I got a double cup with some sticks in the mud. I'm smoked a fat wood with some perks in the bud. Now I'm trying to find a slim bitty with a big butt. And so it's Whiskey Mike. I got a blunt in the left and the bottle in the right. I'm getting fucked up tonight, and I'm just living my life and I'm just doing my thing. I'm from Arizona, that's that 480. Always smoking on some fire with the scarecrow. I got the blunt rolled and the cup poured up. I'm just trying to get ahead, I'm just trying to fuck with a sexy ass bitch with a big old butt. It's that Arizona flow. Always feel like I'm on fire, but the bar is closed. But fuck it, man, I'm alive and well.
This that type of shit gonna go boom when I walk straight right in the room. Welcome to my dungeon, awaken from my tomb. Shooting for the stars, hope I land on the moon. This that type of shit gonna go boom when I walk straight right in the room. Welcome to my dungeon, awaken from my tomb. Shooting for the stars, hope I land on the moon. Out here, Millie rockin', got these bitches hard throbbing. Going to your city and we staying steady, mobbing on to the next. Here we go again, turning up through the night time, rolling in a Benz, about to have a dope time, smoking with my friends. Yeah, I think we're steady mobbing. Hear the bullets dropping, popping down 8th Street. Got the clocks hard rocking, pop, 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 pop at them ghetto apartments. Back to back, clap, clap, got these hundreds in my lap. Glock steady rockin', promise you we ain't gon' lack. These the facts, don't need no mask. Walk her in through the front, kick her out through the back. Hit her with a real quick tap, 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 tap. Promise you should be coming right back, back, back. Going so hard, think I'm about to go and glitch. Tino sitting up on the live stream with your bitch. This, that type of shit gonna go boom when I walk straight right in the room. Welcome to my dungeon, awaken from my tomb. Shooting for the stars, hope I land on the moon. This, that type of shit gonna go boom when I walk straight right in the room. Welcome to my dungeon, awaken from my tomb. Shooting for the stars, hope I land on the moon.
Why doesn't every home in the U.S. have solar panels? The number one reason is not about sunlight.
Okay. Hey, mix the fire with the coke. Yeah, I flow, I hit the note. Yeah, your boyfriend, he a joke. Not like me, I'm on a boat. So I see go grab a coat. Hit the waves, we back to float. Getting tan from all this sun that I soak. Yeah, mix the fire with the coke. Yeah, I flow, I hit the note. Yeah, your boyfriend, he a joke. Not like me, I'm on a boat. So I see go grab
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the WrapSheet Kings Colts podcast, baby. Day 2 of the NFL draft. You know our Colts got 2 picks today, but I feel something in my bones. We're going to have a couple more than that, baby. You already know what I'm talking about. Sorry, I'm getting hyped, man. You already know when it's full. Oh, I got chills down my spine. Bro, and the Colts pick, we're not even going to get into that yet because I'm going to lead into that. Let's recap some things from yesterday first. Welcome back to everybody from the stream. If you haven't yet, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys all coming back and checking the views out. I'm going to be popping out videos weekly now for the NFL. I mean, training camp's right around the corner. It might not be a lot of new stuff. They won't be very long until training camp starts. Once training camp starts after this draft, then we'll be back in the nitty-gritty. Up until then, we're just going to have OTAs and, like, workouts after the draft, which there's not much shit that goes on unless there's a couple trades that go down, which I'll get into. A couple already happened yesterday, which have made our division a lot easier, baby. A lot easier, all right? Oh, man, I'm so excited for this year. So I'm not going to be missing a beat. I'm going to be on every week. It's not going to be like last year. I get it. I hurt my boys down a little bit. I let you guys down, right? I kind of didn't post as much as I said I was going to. I told some people at training camp I was going to do some stuff, and it didn't end up happening as much as I'd like it to. That's changed now. That's changed, and it has changed for the future as well. The Carson Wentz situation didn't really help my cause for trying to get my podcast going first year on something that tough. We were on Hard Knocks. We should have made the playoffs. JT broke mad records. I mean, last year's podcast would have been just all about JT and our defense. I mean, honestly. This year, it ain't that, baby. I'm a bleed blue every day till I die. But I ain't going to sit here and just talk mad great things about them if there's not that great of things happening. I mean, obviously, we've always had great things in the background happening with our O-line drafting and then losing Luck and getting Rivers and then the blockbuster deal with Wentz last year and so on. I mean, I could go on and on. Like, we've tried to recover, you know. It's obvious. It's obvious. But, man, I think we finally have clotted the bleeding, and we're going to see some shit today. We're going to see some shit today, and this podcast is going to be up and running. We're going to be going weekly. My whole point of all that is I'll probably come out with regular stuff around training camp. I won't miss a beat. Sunday, Monday, I think it's, what was it? I forget exactly what days. It's on the end of the outro. Sunday is one of them for sure. There's 2 other days I'll be streaming. I want to say it's Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday, but I think it was Friday. But it'll be those 3 days. We'll do a podcast. It'll drop. We'll do it live, and then it'll drop, so you always have the chance to watch it afterward. No big deal if you can't make the live stream. I just like catching everybody that says some stuff in the live chat from time to time. I finally got that working and got that going, too. Since I came over from Twitch. YouTube's new to me, so I appreciate you guys all working with me and being cool. But on the other hand, let's get into some nitty-gritty. Let's talk about some crazy stuff that went down yesterday. There's a lot of really, really, really good things that went down yesterday as far as a couple big key trades, a very nice draft selection from some teams, a couple of head-scratchers from others. I will bring those up as well. I mean, I don't get paid the money they do, right? Ultimately, I'm going to be going to college, and hopefully I can make a career into something like that one day. It's an ultimate dream. So, I mean, I can't really judge these guys this critically because I don't have that experience like they have had. I don't see things how they have, so I can't judge every move. This is an outsider looking in at the stuff that he's personally seen as much as I could get my hands on. You know what I mean? I don't have that on-foot eyesight traffic with them. I've never been able to travel to half and seen these guys in person like some of these guys have. I've just seen tape, and I've read a lot of what analysts say, a lot of their coaches have said, of what a lot of other teams have said about them working out with them in the NFL, and their past college experience if they went to multiple colleges. I've looked into all of that stuff on most of these guys that I've got really good feelings about as far as I usually take like 5 quarterbacks. I look into them, maybe 10 sometimes, but look into those dudes. You notice there was only 1 quarterback taken in all of the first round yesterday, and it wasn't even the best quarterback on the board. Now, is he more reliable maybe in long term? Potentially. I'm not going to knock their pick over Malik because they're invested in Kenny, and I understand why they're invested. He went to Pitt. The Steelers got their logo and the Pits got their logo. They're literally right next to each other, almost on the same on the building, pretty much. Like he's literally in the same. This is gonna be nice. It's a nice transition for him. I get why they made the pick instead of Malik. I totally understand it. I'm not knocking it, but Malik still on the board is insane. That dude should have been gone already. But yeah, Kenny Pickett being the only quarterback gone yesterday raises some eyebrows to think, man, maybe the draft class of quarterbacks isn't really that strong this year. Because there's a lot of teams that need quarterbacks. There is a lot of teams out there that need a quarterback still. But they didn't feel the need that they needed to move up to get a quarterback. They needed to move up to get offensive linemen, defensive players, stuff like that. No one moved, and receivers. They moved up to get some receivers too. But yeah, man. I mean, there's just a couple things that happened in yesterday's draft that just have me scratching my head a little bit, and I'm like, I don't know if I would have moved up to draft this defensive player. But there was a trade the Jets made late in the draft for Jermaine Johnson. Oh my God, talk about it. Hey, still, that dude fell so far. He was going in almost every analyst top 10 that I looked at personally. He was inside everyone's 15. This dude went like 20th, I'm pretty sure, or 20 something. Like he fell huge, and the Jets noticed that. That is great. They're doing great things. I get it. The Jets suck. I'm not saying that they're amazing by any means. But, dude, they're going to be different here in the next few years. We ain't going to be talking this shit like we have on the Jets. Mark my words, bro. I mean, if they keep drafting like this and they keep making key moves like they have, I see bright things in the New York Jets' future. I really do. They got an amazing corner in Sauce Gardner. They turned around, got the best receiver in the draft. I mean, listen, Drake London is arguably the best just because of size and Mike Evans' comparison and the way he plays. I get that. I understand that. But, dude, Garrett Wilson is one of the fastest and most elusive. He is the most elusive guy as far as body control in the receiver category on my list, personally. Garrett Wilson's insane. So the Jets to land Garrett Wilson after Drake London's off the board. Garrett Wilson could have easily been taken in that spot. Garrett Wilson slides. They get him in a steal too. That was crazy. And then Iquanu. I can't believe Iquanu. I mean, he didn't fall outside the top 10, I don't believe. But even for him to fall outside the top 5, that dude's unreal. There's no dude like him. I tried telling all of you guys that had Evan Neal ranked above Iquanu. I was like, bro, you're insane, bro. Iquanu is the dog. That's the dude I want on my offensive line if I'm a quarterback and I'm like 165, 10, bro. I want that dude blocking for me. Promise you that. You can sign whatever you want, but I want that guy. But yeah, that was just a little bit of some of the stuff. Let's get into really the nitty-gritty of what some of the key guys that fell yesterday and some of the key guys that are still here. Let's very first to start it off. We're going to start about the number 1 pick because that shit blew my mind too. I went on a rant for like an hour after that, and I was just like, dude, I just don't understand how you do not take Aiden Hutchinson over Trayvon Walker. I mean, I'm not mad. The Jags are in our division. That's why after my hour rant, I was like, wait a minute. I'm thankful that they didn't take this guy. I don't want, because we're missing an offensive lineman still. Imagine them drafting the best edge in the draft. Like this dude, Aiden Hutchinson, okay, is a 2021 Player of the Year. I want to say for the Big Ten. I don't know. I don't think it was just. It might have been straight up for defensive in the Big Ten, but he's a Player of the Year for his area over there, and fucking in 2021, and. Dude turns around that same year when he got that award, but by the end of the year, dude had 14 sacks. Broke a school record at Michigan, who's a defensive-minded school. Dude was averaging probably about 2 sacks a game. You know how many sacks Trayvon Walker had? You know how many sacks he had? 6. As an edge. I get it as an edge. They're meant to contain, yada, yada. I get that. And the he's good at containing. He don't get sacks. Dude don't get sacks. He's a defensive edge, bro. Your defensive tackles are supposed to be the ones clotting it up and stopping it. I get it, they don't contain. Your edges contain and get the sacks. But, dude, this dude had, I believe it was 6 sacks all season, bro. That's like .8 a game. That's not even one sack. He's not even getting a sack a game, this edge, some games. There's some games this dude didn't even get a sack in college. How in the hell do you go number 1 in the NFL draft and you don't get a sack every game of your college career and you're a defensive edge, bro? Crazy to me. Crazy. Just blows my mind that Aiden Hutchinson got second selection overall. Because right then and there, Hutchinson's broken a defensive-minded school's sack record in a single season with 14, averaging damn near 2 sacks a game, got fucking player of the year, and then you got Trayvon Walker, who's got 6 sacks on the year, averages .8. I think he's got some titles as well, but not as great as the one that Hutchinson just received. It doesn't equivalent. None of those his accolades equivalent to the one that Hutchinson received, the 2021 Player of the Year thing. So, ultimately, why in the hell didn't the Jaguars select Hutchinson? I won't know, honestly. But that blew my mind. I mean, Vegas was all over it. Vegas knew he was probably going to go, but I'm just sitting here thinking, damn. That could potentially be the team I could be a scout for in the future, because if they're not noticing this stuff, they had to have seen something that I haven't seen in him. Like, obviously, he was the second best edge in all of the college football. Dude's nasty and he's a beast. He really is. But to go over Hutchinson, I don't think that in a million years that I would ever do that. No shot. If I'm the scout, Hutchinson's getting picked all day long. Off of his accolades, stats, just his determination on the field, his background at the school he played for. Like, I get it, Trayvon played at Georgia. But, dude, you know how many other great players played at Georgia? They had, like, 5 guys selected in the first round. That's never happened in the NFL history of a draft. This dude was surrounded. Like, Hutchinson had a good team. But y'all don't see any other Michigan motherfucker going first round, do y'all? It's common sense to me. It really was. Like, I don't know what Jacksonville was thinking when they drafted him. I really don't. But anyway, that was a big thing that happened for me personally. But Trayvon Walker in the AFC South with us, I ain't mad. I ain't mad one bit. If it would have been Hutchinson, I would have been a little bit intimidated. But I mean, Trayvon's good, but shit, our offensive line's better than that dude. Aiden might have made a little dent in it, but dude, we're shutting that guy down. All right, let's get another thing straight. I wasn't wrong about my picks, you guys, really. So I got 4. I know I was wrong about the teams. Let's not get into the nitty-gritty about the teams, okay? That's not my ultimate. In the first round, you're picking the best players, and these scouts, with the way they drafted them, were basically about the same rank that I had all these players, which means I'm on the same page as a lot of these people are, of these that make millions of dollars. And I have never spoken or done anything in that nature with any of them. And I'm getting it right on the head. I mean, just out of the first 5 picks, I got 4 out of the first 5 right. The only one that didn't go in that top 5, who went number 6, was Akeem Ekwonu. And Ekwonu should have went sooner than 6. The Panthers got a steal in Akeem Ekwonu. That was huge for them. That was literally huge. That was massive. But Kayvon Thibodeau is a good pick for the Giants defense. I'm not saying that, because I had Sauce going at 4 and Stingley going at 5. Well, Stingley went at 3 and Sauce went at 4. That's what I'm saying. Like, I got 4 out of the top 5 guys right, minus Queen Thibodeau and Akeem Ekwonu. I'd flop them, but the Giants need defense. I said that in yesterday's podcast. That's why I had the Giants taking Stingley, because I think personally Sauce is better. They took Stingley 1 pick ahead of Sauce because he's 2 years younger, I believe, and when he gets his contract back in the future off of his rookie, he's going to be a lot younger. So it's going to be a little bit easier for them, if you know what I mean. Usually less money because they don't show out as much when they're a little bit younger. But yeah, I understand the pick. But if I'm picking in the top tier, I'm picking Sauce. 100%. Dude's the most athletic. That's why I can't believe the Jets got him right after the Texans took Stingley. I mean, they're smart because someone was definitely going to take Sauce once Stingley's gone. 'Cause Sauce is better than Stingley, in my opinion. Stingley's great, and he's just as athletic, but he is just not as there as Sauce is with his hands. I feel like he has great hands, but Sauce just has that extra little edge on him that I've seen personally, as far as athleticism. Um, but yeah, I think that was a great pick for them there. But 4 out of the first 5 picks I got correct. Only one I was wrong missing was Akeem Ekwonu. Let's talk about this 10. Let's talk about this top 10. You know, I only missed two guys in this top 10. And it's because the Falcons took a receiver instead of a quarterback here. If the Falcons would have picked their quarterback, they would have taken Malik Willis. Malik Willis is off the board. I already told you he's still there for round 2. Someone's going to get him. It's going to be a mad still. Might be us if he's still there, you know? You never know. I mean, never would anyone would have thought he would have probably fallen all the way to the second round. But I'm happy. But I won't get into who I think the Colts are going to get yet. We're leading up to that point because we're still got to talk about some key trades and everything else before we get into the Colts. But yeah, so Kayvon Thibodeau, that was a great draft pick from the Giants. I love that pick. I just didn't have him going inside the top 5. I thought he was going to fall outside the top 5 because the Giants have multiple picks as well. So I kind of figured they'd wait to pick Thibodeau. I figured they'd try to see if he'd slide. But they wanted him, and they couldn't resist, so they took him. But see, I'm the kind of guy, like, if I was the Texans, I'd take Ekwonu. You know the Jets are going to take Sauce probably still because the owner talked about him liking for him being from Detroit because they're both from Detroit. So you know they're probably going to take Sauce. So I let Stingley slide. The Giants maybe take Stingley, though, instead of Thibodeau there. And that's where I would have had Stingley going. But if the Texans didn't take Stingley there, who'd they end up taking later on? Look, Kenyon Green, offensive lineman. See? That was their next pick that they chose. If they would have chose Akeem Ekwonu with the 3rd pick, Stingley might have not slid all the way down to 15. That's ultimately why they took him right there. They knew that Stingley was going to be gone, and they wanted a corner badly. But they wanted Ekwonu. I was pretty sure they were going to take Ekwonu at that 3rd pick. So I got that one mixed. Actually, I had the Jets taking Sauce, didn't I? Yeah, I had the Jets taking Sauce at 3. Or no, I had the Jets taking Sauce at 4 and the Giants taking Stingley at 5 yesterday. And Ekwonu going to the Texans, yeah. That's the only thing that I really messed up. The Giants taking Thibodeau, that was very good. They went edge instead of corner, but they needed to work on their defense. So I'm first 5, 4 out of 5, just with a flipped guy. And then I only missed Drake London and going to the Falcons at 8th instead of Malik, and Kayvon Thibodeau going to the Giants at 5. I thought Thibodeau was going to slide in like 11 or 12. I thought he was going to fall down a little bit. I think I had Jermaine Johnson going instead of Thibodeau, but Jermaine Johnson, I already told you, he fell big. So I was almost right there too. You see how close? Like, I'm good at this shit. I'm good at this shit, boys. I'm good at this shit. I really am. Like, oh my God, I'm so good at this shit. It's kind of insane. Yeah. So off of yesterday's podcast, if you kind of fast forward, because I kind of go back and forth. Ultimately, I had Hutchinson, Walker, Ekwonu, Sauce, Stingley, and then like my 7 through 10 or 6 through 10 got a little weird. But Evan Neal was in there, Charles Cross was in there, and Garrett Wilson was in there. The only 2 I missed out of the 6 through 10 was the Malik or Drake London to the Falcons. I missed that. I had Malik there. And then the only other one I missed was the Giants and Thibodeau. I had I had Jermaine Johnson up in there somewhere. I forget which team exactly, but yeah, I mean, what I think I'm saying his name right. When did the Jets select? Yeah, Jermaine Johnson. Yeah, 26. He slid so far, dude. I had him going inside my top 10 instead of Thibodeau. Time will show, Giants. Time will show. I do like Thibodeau. He's got spice to him. Like, he's got style, swag. I like him. Like, he's got chemistry coming off of him. You could tell when he walked out yesterday. But, man, I don't know if I'm letting Jermaine Johnson slide that far. That's what the Jets were thinking. That's why they traded and got that to 26. All right. So now we're inside that top 10. I got 4 out of 5 correct in the first 5. Only missing Iquanu and Thibodeau, having them flip-flopped. And the only other one I missed other in the inside the top 10 was Atlanta Falcons and Drake London. Other than that, I had the whole top 10 right. That means 1 out of 5. I missed 1 out of 5. I missed 2 out of 10. Shit. If I would have done the next 10, probably would have got 2 out of 20 missed. Or right. Yeah. No, I mean 4 out of 20. So I would have got 16 right if the numbers were adding up correctly. You know, because look, I missed 1 and 5. I missed 2 and 10. I would have missed 4 and 20. That means I would have picked 16 out of the 20 picks correct if my numbers were going to keep going the same way. I am fucking good at this shit, boys. I really, truly am. And it's kind of fucking insane. It truly fucking is. All right. So couple big trades that happened yesterday. Marquise Hollywood Brown to Arizona. We're finally getting my boy some help other than Hopkins out there, you know? I mean, what's his name? Christian Kirk, he was pretty good. He's a pretty good receiver. He's getting paid a lot, though. I think he's getting paid a little bit more than what he's worth, honestly, personally. But that's just me. But yeah, we got Marquise Hollywood Brown going to Arizona from the Ravens. He sent a tweet out to Lamar Jackson yesterday saying that he's going to miss his brother and that he loved his time in Baltimore. And pretty much he got that same love back from Lamar. Like, you could tell that they were boys for sure. But yeah, Marquise Hollywood Brown on the move to Arizona Cardinals out there with Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins. And there was another blockbuster trade. You ready to hear this? So, these are 2 things that happened in the AFC South yesterday. Are you guys ready? I don't think you guys are ready to hear this. Bro. So, not only did the Jacksonville Jaguars not select Hutchinson first. Crazy. They're so crazy for not doing that. Anyway, after that blessing of keeping him out of our division, the Tennessee Titans have the nerve to turn around when some receivers started coming off the board, like Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Jameis Wilson, Drake London. The Titans said, oh, all the receivers are going, and they're already having disgruntled arguments about how much they were going to pay A.J. Brown because he's wanting money. He wants a big paycheck. I mean, he deserves it. He's like the second best player on your offense besides Derrick Henry. Pay the man. Nah. Okay. See ya. So the Titans blockbuster trade A.J. Brown. Where did he go yesterday? To the Eagles. He went to the Eagles yesterday. That's where he went. Sorry, my brain's a little flustered from all the crazy stuff that happened, but there was the most trades ever in the first round in NFL history. Most of the trades, though, were like just picks for like a high pick trading down, getting more lower picks because someone like the Titans wanted to move up and get a receiver before they were all gone. So there was like I want to say 3 or 4 teams that did some couple of things like that. The Jets did it once. I believe the Lions did it with the Vikings. The Saints did it with the Eagles. The Titans did it with the Eagles. The Jets or yeah, that's about it. That was pretty much it. Oh no, Green Bay did too. Oh yeah, it gets even better. So not for us really, because I love Aaron Rodgers and I feel for my boy, and this man needs some help out there. They put up they put up their receiver stats that's like still on their roster from last year, and dude had like 500 yards. Other Cobb had like 300, and everyone else had like 100, and one dude had 50, and it's like, whoo! Without Devontae, you guys are gonna be hurting. So you figure they're gonna trade up and get a receiver, right? Especially since all these people. That's what the Titans just did, and that's what it's so on. People like that. But they trade up and they draft a linebacker. And then everybody's tripping like they got one more pick. They got one more pick. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. And then they got their second pick in that first round. And they got McDuffie and that cornerback. They didn't even get a receiver for Rodgers. So, I mean, I'm not laughing at the organization, but you got to help the man out, man. And they might be doing something for Debo Samuel or DK Metcalf because those two guys really want trades. So they might be trying to make something happen, but they didn't want to pay Devontae, so I don't see them paying DK or Debo. I mean, they might because Devontae makes more than both of those guys, but it's just like, they got to do something to help Rodgers out. So that was kind of pretty crazy. But yeah, and you guys, I talked to Matt. All right, let's move on, and we'll talk about some of the guys who are still available and who I think the Colts should get. Who I think that's still on the board that's gonna go before we pick as well, because there's definitely some superstars in there still. But they're dwindling. They're dwindling. They're dwindling. You're gonna be looking for a diamond in the rough before too long, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, Ballard's really good at doing that, but out of big names, you're gonna be hurting because you already got 32 gone. You got 10 more guys to go before you pick. I'd say there's about 8 real dogs left on the board, like total dogs. But yeah. But Kenny Pickett being the Orleans quarterback taken yesterday. The Green Bay Packers not drafting a wide receiver in the first round. What else happened? There was something else. Most ever trades in a first round ever. Most ever players selected from the same college in the first round. A.J. Brown to the Philadelphia Eagles for some picks. And then what else happened? Marquise Brown from the Ravens out to Arizona to the Cardinals for some picks as well. So that's about the biggest stuff that happened yesterday. But think about our division, you guys. Think about the Colts in the full form right now. We got Matt Ryan in. We're about to be finally getting some draft picks. I watched freaking the whole draft yesterday just to watch the Colts do nothing, and I'm sat on my hands. And, I mean, I was excited when I seen all these other teams doing stuff. It made me excited for today because I know they're going to do some stuff today, and I am pumped. I'm about to go to the liquor store, give me some Twisted Tea, have a fire, take the TV outside of my buddies, and we're going to kick back. We're going to watch this shit. Dude, it's going to be so intense tonight. I can already feel it. My hairs on my back and my neck are standing up. But a big thing happened yesterday. A guy that I had the Colts selecting for an offensive tackle first, Trevor Penning. I told you guys. Someone seen his talent as well. Dude went like really early. He went 19th. He was like way down the board on pre-rankings. But, dude, I told you. Every time the Colts find a little gem like that, someone's on it, dude. They know too. I talked about Tyler Linderbaum yesterday, too. I told you he was going to go first round. He went first round, 25th to the Ravens. A well-deserved team. I'm pretty sure he's a center. Dude's nice. He's gonna do some really good things. I think the craziest trade, or the craziest draft pick, was the Patriots. Who'd they draft? Yeah, they drafted Cole Strange out of Chattanooga. that was just the other big thing too that happened. Oh, Daxton Hill came from Michigan. Okay, so the thing I said about earlier about all the Georgia and Trayvon Walker having help, there was one other guy that helped Hutchinson out, and he went in the first round, and he was noticed. That's good. But let's get back on this train of the Patriots with Cole Strange out of Chattanooga. I think the last person selected out of Chattanooga was, I want to say, Terrell Owens, unless I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure I'm right. I'm pretty sure it was T.O., I think that was a fact I heard him say yesterday. But yeah, that was probably the most surprising. It hasn't been a while for a first rounder from Chattanooga be selected, so I was very, very mad, exciting for him. And Belichick's up to something. He's got old Mac over there. He should have got Rookie of the Year if Jamar Chase and old Joey Burrow wouldn't have went on their crazy run that they went on at the end of the year with no offensive line. I mean, that's just insane to me. But I mean, I'm happy they got to the Super Bowl. Good for them. I'm happy for the organization. A round of applause for yourself. But I'm not trying to disrespect or disgrace you guys. But I mean, all you had was a rookie receiver and quarterback and Joe Mixon, bro. Like what? You had a great defense, though. I will give you that. A great defense. They had made a lot of plays and a lot of stops. They did a lot of good things last year. They don't get enough credit for it, I don't feel like, but they did a lot of good things. But yeah, I see Belichick and old Mac doing some, or not Belichick, Cole Strange and Mac. 1-year quarterback who was in the running for Rookie of the Year. Should have won it. I mean, no, he shouldn't have. Jamar Chase went the hell off. There ain't no rookie receiver that usually does that. It's just because of Joey Burrow. But, yeah, man, he did so good last year. And him with Cole Strange this year, he's going to have a nice guy up front. They're going to make a chemistry bond that's going to be great for the years to come. And I hate the Patriots. I really do. But because I hate Belichick. I hate Belichick. But that was a smart, and that was a calculated pick. That was calculated, and they're going to do good things in the future. I can see it. All right. Let's get into these draft picks that are still on the board that should have been gone from yesterday, baby. I am fucking insanely hyped. Main reason because Nakobe Dean is still there. That dude is insane. There was I think another linebacker selected out of Georgia before this guy. Bro. You gotta take Nakobe, bro. This dude is just whoo. But the Titans did trade up in the draft and draft Treylon Burks, who's a very nice receiver. It's no A.J. Brown yet. He's a nice receiver, and I think he'll bring good things for the Titans organization too. But shoo, our AFC South's looking weak. A.J. Brown's gone. The Jags don't draft Hutchinson. I mean, shoo, we get Matt Ryan. We get a bunch of defensive players. Gilmore, Nagoku, new defensive coordinator that was with Nagoku. I mean, Kwity Paye second year. What's his last? I ain't even gonna try to pronounce Ben's last name. But our other rookie defensive end from last year, dude, we're gonna Blackman back there, Buckner, Leonard. I mean, dude, watch out. Kenny Moore. Like, oh my God, bro. Good luck, AFC South. It's fucking our division this year, baby. And you better get used to it because we're about to start running the AFC South. And you better get it. You better wake up. All we needed was a quarterback. We got great receivers. Pittman, dude, that dude is awesome, bro. Patman, I've got high expectations out of him. I think it's Strachan, Michael, a rookie from last year. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. That dude's going to be a dog. I'm telling you, I get Megatron feels from this dude. He's so big out there and fast and great hands. That was a gem in the rough that they found last year. He's going to come on too. And then we have Paris Campbell. We keep talking about all these Ohio State receivers. Jameis Wilson or Williams. Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. I mean, let's not forget about old boy Paris Campbell and the best receiver of that draft class. I can't even think of his name right now. Because there's so many names from this draft that's in my head. But anyway, they came from Ohio State, and Paris Campbell can be a force to be reckoned with on the Colts too. We have good receivers. I'm not doubting. I wish we would have re-signed Pascal. I really do. He was a nice cornerstone to lean on when you needed to. But we got Mo Alley. He's gonna get more run this year, and I feel like once we involve him a little bit more, he's gonna get evolved as well. Then we got Jonathan Taylor, best running back in the league, other than Derrick Henry. And we have the best offensive line in the league. I don't care what anyone says. We have the best offensive line. Q is the best offensive lineman I have ever seen in my 23 years of living and of understanding football, probably since I was probably 6. So, yeah, I've never seen anyone like him, ever. In college, in the NFL, anywhere, dude. He's nasty. I liked P.N.A. Sewell last year, and I liked what's that dude's name? Iquanu. Those two dudes, those are the other 2 linemen that have came out here recently that are gonna be the next Quentin Nelson. I'm telling you, mark my words. I don't think P.N.A. Sewell was on defense. I'm pretty sure he was an offensive lineman, as well as Iquanu, and those dudes are gonna be just like Quentin Nelson. Which is why I wish we would. It's all right. It's okay. But let's talk about some of these guys that are still available and who the Colts, I believe, they're going to select. Got Nakobe Dean still there. You got Booth Jr. at corner still there, which is crazy, out of Clemson. That dude is a dog, I'm telling you. Booth Jr., he's nice. Bernard Raymond. If Raymond would fall to the Colts at 42, I know we're selecting him. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen at all. But if Raymond falls to us at 42, we're selecting him 110%. Because I already told you that one guy from yesterday, what was his name? Linning? Penning. That was it. Trevor Penning. I told you we were going to get Penning. Penning was lower ranked than Raymond was. And Raymond's still there, dude. Telling you. Raymond's not going to be there when we select. So, Nakobe Dean, Booth Jr., and Raymond. You can mark them off the board. You can cross them off. They are 110%. If they're not gone, we're going to take them because they're literally the 3 best players in the draft that are still available. 110%. There ain't no one like them. Now we're getting into where they might mix it up. This is where teams might not just go straight numbers down the board. They'll probably pick their position that they need and a best player is what I'm going to assume, because we're kind of getting into. They might take the best available player still, like McCreary. He's a really good cornerback out of Auburn. So I see McCreary and Booth Jr. both going at best available cornerbacks. I definitely see Raymond, the best offensive lineman available, going, and Dean, the best linebacker out of Georgia. They're going for sure. Boy Mafe, edge out of Minnesota, he'll probably go, but he might stay. I feel like he'll probably stay. George Pickens, he's like the 7th ranked right now, 32 overall, 10 before we pick. They've skipped around at receivers, but right now he is the best ranked wide receiver on the board, which really stinks because if he falls, we were going to take him. But there's been a draft-heavy wide receiver draft so far, so we'd be lucky if Christian Watson's going to fall to us. Now, George Pickens is there. Christian Watson is ranked at 17th. That's 5 picks after we've picked. That was the best number, 47th overall out of everyone in the draft, but that's 5 picks back from where we pick today. He could potentially be there unless another team takes him early. If they don't go straight numbers down the board, if they start taking positions what they like, they'll probably still Watson before we get there. And we're going to be stuck with like a Sky Moore, with like I explained yesterday. I don't see us getting Pickens. I don't see Pickens falling that far. I don't even see Watson staying on the board when we pick. I really don't. That's 10 picks into the second round. I already told you Dean, Booth, Raymond, McCreary, Pickens. Let's throw Mafe in there. We'll throw Malik Willis in there. And Matt Corral, because they'll probably all go together. That's still 8. There's still 2 picks before we pick. I see Philil going, the other offensive tackle that's there. And I see Watson leaving too. He's going to be the last guy taken before we pick. And it's going to piss me off. Actually, no, that would be our 10th pick. Yeah, we would get him if that happened. But he might go right before we pick at 9 because Philil might not go. If Philil doesn't go, we're taking Philil. Probably. He's the 37th ranked player in the overall draft. Or 38th, I'm sorry. Watson is 47th, so he's like 10 people back. It's quite a significant difference as far as positioning and how good you are at your position as far as a prospect on the board you fall. So I'm going to say Watson probably goes because there's not that. Sky Moore's the last receiver that's okay. I'm telling you, if Watson and Pickens both go, they're going to force the Colts to draft Sky Moore because if they don't draft Sky Moore there, they're not going to be able to get a decent receiver later on unless they're looking at a John Mechie from Alabama or a Khalil Shakur from Boise State, maybe. Maybe the guy from Kentucky. What's his name? I'm looking for it. As soon as I see it, I'm just going to be like, dude. Oh, they don't even have. I think it's Robinson. His last name's Robinson from Kentucky. I'm pretty sure. Like Wandale Robinson or something. Yeah. I like, or that dude Robinson from out of Kentucky. But you want to know what I honestly could see them doing too? Like, I'm not even going to lie, since he's still there and he is the 51 ranked overall player. Right there at 8 picks after we pick, and about 20 picks before we pick again. I could see the Colts really stunning some people and taking Trey McBride here. They might not because we got Granson last year. But if they didn't like what they seen out of Granson, I know they like Mo Alley because of how big he is, and they always will. Granson's tiny, and if they didn't like what they seen out of Granson last year, they might just go ahead and draft a Trey McBride with Jack Doyle leaving. I see them probably going with a George Pickens if he falls, 110%. If George Pickens falls, we're taking him. He's not falling. It's been a wide receiver draft heavy already, first round. I see it continuing as well. So I think that Pickens and Watson potentially, since they're the best two, I see them both being gone off the board. And they're going to be taking a look at number 50 overall Sky Moore or number 51 overall Trey McBride. And that's if the offensive lineman at 38th, Philil, doesn't fall. Because I'm telling you, if he's available, they'll take him. But they're going to take Pickens if he's there. If he's not there, they'll probably take Philil. If Philil's not there, they'll take Watson. If Watson's not there, they're going to be looking at Sky Moore and Trey McBride. Mark my words right now. They're going to be looking at them, and they're going to take one of them. And I'm telling you, I have a strong feeling it might be Trey McBride. That would be nice. I like Trey McBride pick. Trey McBride has a nice highlight reel. He's made some nice catches, and he's not the biggest, but he's a bigger tight end, and he makes nice catches. He's got nice speed for a tight end. I like him. He's a little bit bigger than Granson, and it's with Jack Doyle leaving, it's just something that would be nice, as a condolence in the back of your mind that know that we'll be okay. So I could see him doing those guys for their first pick. Second pick down the board. If we take Trey McBride here, I see us taking Sky Moore or Trey McBride. If we take Trey McBride, I see us trying to snag a John Mechie or Robinson from Kentucky. I see us getting one of those two receivers around 72. I think that's where we pick. Right? Yeah. Yeah. We'll definitely be doing something like that. I don't know. We'll just keep it kind of like that. Actually, let's talk trade. Let's talk trades, all right? Let's talk some trade shit. Obviously, the Colts are going to see how people are drafting before they try to trade. They're not going to trade, I feel like, unless they see how people are moving on the board. And the way they were moving yesterday, they might not even want to trade with anybody because they might want to stay where they're at unless they can move up, unless people are asking too much. See what I'm saying? I don't think he'll trade down to put himself in a tougher position to lose one of the guys that he truly wants in his organization for his first and pretty much his first pick of the draft. So pretty much his first round, even though it's second. You know what I mean? I don't see him giving up something easy for that. That's why I'm thinking he could go Pickens. He could go that offensive lineman, Falil. They're probably going to both be gone. You got Watson, potentially, Sky Moore, and Trey McBride. I say they're going to take Trey McBride. I switched up a little bit. Some guys have. It's a lot similar to yesterday, though. I'm still talking about Pickens. I'm still talking about Sky Moore. I'm still talking about Watson. I love Watson. But with him being the second best receiver on the board right now, I don't see him sticking around 10 picks in. He might slide till the lower end of the second round. And in that case, you could fucking snag him now. But I don't think they will act that aggressively on him. I think they'll act aggressively on Falil. I think they'll act aggressively on Pickens. And then outside of that, I don't think they will on Watson or Moore. I think they will act aggressively on McBride. So if Pickens is gone and Phil is gone, the offensive lineman, they're going Trey McBride. All right. First choice Pickens, if he's gone. Second choice, that offensive lineman, LaFleur, or my final lock-in, if those two are off of the board, they're going to go Trey McBride for their first pick in the second round at 42. Now their next pick is down at, I want to say, 73. Okay, 73. You're going to be looking at, let's see who's around here. You got Desmond Ridder around this area. And this is taking into account of anyone else above not falling, okay? They usually draft best positions. You're getting a lot of edges in here and linebackers right now and safeties in these next 50 batch of players, okay? So the Colts might get another defensive player. Don't be upset, Colts Nation, if they get another defensive player before they get a receiver, okay? Do not do it, I'm telling you. There are some receivers here as in that 73 era. John Mechie, that other dude I was talking about. What is his darn name? That Robinson guy, Wan'Dale Robinson out of Kentucky. There's gonna be there's a Khalil Shakur out of Boise State. I mean, there's a little bit of action down there for receivers at 73. You could take an offensive lineman or that tight end, and have a very comfortable receiver pick at 73 still. So you can fill that hole and still get the receiver or potentially add to your defense. But I'm telling you, if you slash on a receiver, or if you pass on a receiver here, the only luck you're going to have is probably I feel like John Mechie will probably go by then in the 120s. He'll probably be gone around 90s, 100. But if I'm saying Wan'Dale Robinson Robinson will probably be there at like 120, 122 when they pick. He'll probably be there at receiver. So you could still slide on one and still get a really good receiver in the third round. All right, that's about all I have right now. Let's talk about a couple key trades you might see unfold tonight. You still got Debo out there, who might get traded tonight. You still got DK Metcalf out there. I think that they're gonna re-sign. I really think they re-signed DK in Seattle, but he's out there. And then we still haven't re-signed Ty still to this right now. So we're definitely drafting a receiver. It's for sure. It's a definite set. It's concrete now. Since they didn't re-sign Ty today before they drafted, they're gonna draft one for sure. The question is, when are they gonna draft one? That's the real question. What round are they gonna draft one? I'm gonna say if Pickens is gone, they're gonna wait until the second round. Okay, mark my words. If Pickens is off the board, the Colts will not draft a wide receiver with their second round 42 pick. They will not do it. I think they take an offensive lineman there. But at pick 73, I do see them taking a receiver, whether that be John Mechie, whether that be one of the other receivers that I named before that fall, because people fall all the time. Do I think they're falling all the way outside of 42 to 73? Hell no. I do not see that happening. But, I mean, it's possible. Anything's possible, and a lot of crazy stuff happened yesterday, so we'll see how the Colts play it by ear. But I do see Ballard potentially. I don't see him trading back that 42. I see him trading back at that 73 pick, back to pick up probably like pick 82 and then like 112. So he'll get an additional pick. So he'll have 80, 112, and then like 123, rather than just the only two that he has now. Now he's got three, which he might do that more than once too. You never know. But I do foresee it happening at least one time for that 73 pick. I don't see him doing it with the 42 pick. I do not see him giving up that 42 pick because that's too good of a prospect to just slide down to see if they're going to fall off the board. No, we're not doing that. I don't think that's a smart idea unless someone is giving us some really 3-for-1 type of juicy deal. They must really want someone, you know. That's the only way I'm going to do it in that situation. Outside of that, though, I would definitely be expecting Ballard to trade that 73 pick, to trade back, and probably pick up an extra pick as well. So he'll probably go to like I said, 82, have like 102 and 122. You know what I mean? It'll probably be like that. He'll still have that 122 pick. So that won't be an additional or anything. But I think that he'll get the 80 and then like 102 or something like that. He'll trade back to get 2 picks. That way he can compensate what we lost for the Carson Wentz crap. And we'll get our boat ship straight. We'll be back on the road to greatness. And I already know they're going to draft the best possible player for the best possible needs that they personally have. And I have total faith in the organization. I will never critique any of their picks. I'm honestly excited to see who's going to become an Indianapolis Colt next on today's draft. That way when I go to training camp, they're going to be the first person I'll be yelling at. But yeah, man. There's a couple key things to hit on about the Colts, and as far as trades that could happen, I definitely see Ballard trading back to do that for sure. I don't see why he wouldn't, because that 73 pick, there's no one really sexy around us that we absolutely need. There's a Petit Ferrier out of Ohio State who's ranked 74th overall, which they could take potentially here if they do slide on it. If they get Pickens with the first pick, I do potentially see them taking like the Petit Fier here or like the Chris Paul out of Tulsa that I talked about before. Yeah, I could see Chris Paul. Let's say we'll do Colts picks and then what I think the Colts are going to pick, okay? Colts picks, they're going to trade to pick up one, but we're not going to talk about who they pick up for that one. They got 2 picks for today. We're going to talk about 2 picks, okay? First pick. I believe they're going to take I want to say Pickens, but I don't think he's fallen. Actually, he might. All right. First pick, the Indianapolis Colts are selecting George Pickens, the receiver. That's what's gonna happen. I can foresee it happening now. The Colts will pick George Pickens. They'll turn around with their 73 pick. They're gonna trade it. I'm telling you right now, they're gonna trade it. But if they pick someone for it, it's gonna be Chris Paul. Sound good? Sound good? Okay. Now let's say my picks for the Colts. They're gonna do George Pickens first. I believe that personally too, as well. I strongly feel that they need a receiver. I like him. He's the best receiver on the board. He's 7th ranked. He might fall to us. We got 10 picks in. We could get him. I say we're gonna get George Pickens. It's obvious. It's nice. All right. So after we get George Pickens, I think the Colts are gonna turn around, and I think they're gonna select Petit Ferrer out of Ohio State, offensive lineman. So I have them taking Pickens and Petit Frere. The Colts personally probably going to take Pickens and Chris Paul. Just personally what I think. They're also going to trade, and they're going to get an additional pick. I don't know who they're going to draft with that pick. Maybe a quarterback, maybe a tight end. Who knows? Like I said, though, if the receivers go early and the offensive line goes early, do not be surprised if they go Trey McBride, okay? If Pickens is gone, if Falil's gone, do not be surprised if they go Trey McBride, okay? Or they might even trade back down their 42 pick, still get Trey McBride, and then snag a receiver as well. Just saying. Chris Ballard is a man of magic, and something along those lines will happen today. One of those multiple scenarios I just gave you, I could foresee it happening. Almost any of them. There's like a 75% chance. I would say personally, I would put it on there. But yeah, other than that, you guys got round 2 tonight. Round 2 and round 3 NFL draft. It's going to be interesting. Comes on at 7 p.m. Eastern time. It should be good. I definitely see the Colts getting juicy today, man. But yeah, big keynotes. A.J. Brown is out of the AFC South. He is now over in Philly. And Marquise Hollywood Brown over to Arizona. And then the only big thing that's happened for us personally within our division, other than that stuff, is going to be the Aiden Hutchinson going to the Lions, I believe it was. I'm pretty sure it was the Lions. Yeah, Aiden Hutchinson going to the Lions and Trayvon going to the Jaguars. That's big for the Colts personally. And I think that's a blessing within itself as well. But yeah, those are a couple of the big things that happened. This is what's gonna happen: George Pickens, Chris Paul, or George Pickens, Petit Ferrer, or what was his name? Yeah, Petit Ferrer, out of Ohio State. Those are the two that could happen today. I'm telling you, if George Pickens is gone, because I have George Pickens going first on mine and the Colts, if he is picked before we picked, and so is that offensive lineman, Falel, out of Minnesota, if him and Pickens are both gone, they're going to pick that tight end, Trey McBride. Other than that, you guys, I appreciate you guys all coming by. I appreciate everybody who comes by and watches the podcast after I've been posted. I'm giving you guys great information. This is for FanDuel. It helps you out on FanDuel and betting and stuff. I'm telling you. I can help make some money for you guys too. You can't hold it to me. My 2 bets that I told you guys yesterday, I missed each one by one person. One person. A 5-leg parlay and a 6-leg parlay. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got 4 out of 5 right, and I got 8 out of 10 right on the first 10. So, that's all I'm saying. We'll leave it at that. With that, I will see you guys. Let's see here. I'll probably do a stream tomorrow, or I'll probably do a live tomorrow. And we'll get it going again. We'll talk about who the Colts drafted, what was good, how close I was to my predictions, and how everything else went down. But other than that, you guys have a good one, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for coming by. Make sure you like and subscribe. Rap Sheet Kings out, baby.